Welcome to Captain Wayne's Cantina, place of many political discussions, but today our discussion is going to be the Electoral College, and I'm going to give you an overview of the Electoral College, how it works. Try and keep it simple, so we're not going to strategize or anything, but I'm going to explain how the Electoral College works, how the votes are awarded, and hopefully you'll understand much better how the system works. And by answering those questions, then you'll see that it's not as controversial as it needs to be. I think a lot comes from the fact of not understanding, and then people tend to exaggerate it to a point of conspiracy theories or whatever. So here's how it works. It's real basic. The way we determine the number of electors on the Electoral College is it's the number of senators, the number of representatives, 435, and then to make sure Washington, D.C. feels like they're a part of the game, they're awarded 3 seats, okay? That totals out to 538 electors. Now, when we look at the major states with the biggest population, we can see the state of California has 55 seats, Florida 29, Ohio 18, New York 29, Texas 38, Michigan 16, Pennsylvania 20. Here in the lovely state of Virginia, we have 13, and our neighbor to the south, North Carolina, has 15. Okay, what that totals out to is 233. Okay, these seats and these votes are awarded by the majority of the popular vote. So basically 50% plus 1, you get all those seats. Do the math here and you'll see 269 votes is an equal split. Okay, dividing 238 by 2, we come to 269. So what does it take to win? It takes 270 votes. Okay, if you can win all of these major states, or sometimes they're referred to as swing states, and you'll often see these are where candidates tend to focus the most because they gain the most. The max you can get is 233. Why is that? That's because you have smaller population states who only have 4 or 5, sometimes 10, sometimes 8 votes available. That prevents them from being left out of the decision-making process. So you need those states to get to that 270. You'll often hear this referred to as the race to 270. Okay? Now, there is an exception to the 50% rule. The state of Maine, which has 4 seats, and the state of Nebraska, which has 5 seats. They don't award those seats all to whoever wins the majority of the vote for the state. It's broke down by congressional districts, so you can get 1 seat out of these states. You can get up to 4 seats, okay? Nebraska came into the picture with that congressional awarding of the seats in 1992, and where a lot of people have questioned, again, is, well, how can you win the popular vote but not win the Electoral College? Well, if you hit the smaller states and you can see there's a big gap. If I win in 30 states the popular vote, I won the popular vote, but if I didn't pick up enough of these large states to get to 270, then I don't win the 270. Why is that? Well, it's a check and balance. It's to make sure that one geographical region can't control the presidential election, and then everybody else is on the hook and got to deal with whatever the heavily populated states are. Now, these number of Electoral College votes can change because it's based on census and it's based on population of the states at the current time. So it can go up it can go down, and likewise with any other state in the United States and territories within the United States. Now, what happens if we get to 269 for each candidate? Well, then Congress steps in and they vote for it. This presidential cycle is really a unique time to really see firsthand how the system works, because it's so close and it's such a unique political climate right now that now, by understanding how that works, now you can actually see it come into play here tomorrow and really understand, oh, now I see why that works and how that's set up. So it's very important that A, you participate in these censuses because of the influence it has on it, and B, you participate in the presidential election, because all it takes is that majority plus one vote to dictate how your state votes in the Electoral College. So get involved. Thanks.